Hi, everyone. This is Maheen, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Today, we're thrilled to explore how Intel's innovative platforms like Intel vPro can boost security, manageability, and productivity for small businesses. Our guest today is Christopher Tobias, the General Manager at Intel Corporation with over 25 years in tech leadership. Chris leads Intel's strategy across the Americas, helping deploy cutting edge solutions from edge to cloud. With an MBA from the University of Chicago and a background from the US Air Force Academy, he brings deep expertise and vision to the table. Welcome to the show, Chris. It's great to have you with us. How are you?
I'm doing great today, Maheen. Thanks for having me on the show.
Very pleased. Now, Chris, let's begin our discussion with the introduction to Intel vPro. As I mentioned very briefly in my intro, understanding the core offerings of Intel vPro is crucial for businesses now that are looking to enhance their IT infrastructure. Can you please tell us about Intel vPro and how it provides a stable and reliable platform for businesses?
Yeah, so the first thing you want to figure out is get a PC with Intel vPro, and how do you determine that is commercial enterprise PCs generally support vPro, and especially if you look for an AI PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor, it will support vPro. Now, what does vPro do for your business? Um, you're very concentrated. If you're an entrepreneur or business leader, business owner, and you want to grow your business, you don't want your IT to get in the way. You want to accelerate your business. And that's what Intel with vPro does is it provides a platform that you know is going to be secure and stable and manageable and provide high performance for your business. And it's going to do that through having numerous hardware features that provide that support. Some of those hardware features would be like hardware-based security, threat detection technology, data protection, remote secure erase. I'm guessing most of your audience doesn't want to spend a lot of time going into how those work technically, but just be enough to know is that these technologies provide extra layers of defense to make sure that your PCs won't get penetrated by compromising agents,
Hmm.
and they also provide easy remediation technologies. For example, we saw CrowdStrike accidentally bring down a lot of systems. Those with vPro activated were easily able to remediate the software and go back to an earlier image. So those were up and running, even if that you could do that easily remotely versus having to send people around with USB keys to go reimage the platform. So that's an example of where just keep your business running.
No, I mean, implementing tools like Intel vPro can, from what we understand and from what you told us, it really can provide peace of mind and efficiency, which are crucial for any growing enterprise. Now, why is it so important? Or why is having a robust platform like this crucial for SMEs, Chris?
Yeah, it's a great question because a lot of times people will say, "Hey, I could just get a really great deal on this laptop I'm seeing at this consumer outlet," um, and you don't. It's not going to have all the capabilities and features that will grow with your business. So one is some of that protection that we talked about earlier. It would also provide the ability to grow because it'll be able to be networked and remotely manageable. It'll be cost effective over the life of the PC, um, because that worker using the PC, that employee will have maximum uptime by using it. And it will scale as your business scales. As you look at different images you want to, or software loads, it will have that compatibility and performance to make that employee highly effective and contribute to the business going forward.
Hmm. And it's quite clear that having a reliable technology platform can significantly impact business operations. And listeners, it's clear that enhancing security and manageability can dramatically improve your business operations. And we're going to dive into it in a bit as well, because these two factors are at the forefront of business technology that needs today. Chris, can you please dive deeper into how Intel vPro enhances that security and manageability element for small businesses?
Yeah, so I'll give you some examples of both security and manageability. And So, for example, let's say you have a limited IT staff. These having these capabilities gets the most out of your PC automatically, and with it takes advantage of the software. And if you don't necessarily have an IT staff, there's many MSPs or managed service providers out there that can go ahead and provide that support for you. If you have a geographically dispersed workforce, if that PC goes down, you're able to access that PC out of band, is what we call it, and do remediation efforts through your own IT staff or the MSP that you're working with, and bring it back up line with that employee. In addition, that reduced the cost for on-site travel to send IT person out to handle the laptop, or having that employee be down without access to the laptop as they mail it in somewhere for remediation, because you can do that remotely. Um,
Mhm.
and then it also enable you can easily have a dashboard to check that the latest security measures are up to date, and that laptop is ready for the current threat environment, the known threat environment. And then also, where those assets are, because let's say your salesperson in a remote region, decides to they found a better opportunity, has to leave. You hire someone new. Oh wait, what happened to the laptop? You know if they turned it in or not, because you can go track where those assets are a lot easier. So it just enables business continuity, enables business acceleration, and it helps the business grow. And that's just the vPro part of it.
Mhm.
If you're buying an enterprise laptop with vPro, you want to look for and get the AI PC ones. It goes together, and that'll add additional functionality to make the workers more productive by giving them access to new capabilities.
Right. Now, if you were to build onto this a bit more, Chris, how does this remote manageability specifically benefit SMEs?
Yeah, that's a great question. Remote manageability specifically helps and benefits SMEs, because SMEs are focused on all the energies going into growing the business, serving the customers, and having the remote manageability enables them to grow their footprint by ensuring their PC for their workers that are away from the headquarters have the full functionality and capability of the software to be effective, and to get access to the latest data, information, ordering, whatever they need to do to support the business process and growth is available and ready to go. So they won't
Mhm.
miss customer opportunities because their PC is down, or it has incompatible software, or whatnot. It'll just work, and they'll be ready and able to do and grow the business.
Well, the efficiency gains here are clear, and it's great to see such solutions tailored for small businesses or small business enterprises. Um, Now, Chris, real world applications, they often highlight the true value of technology. Can you please share a specific scenario where Intel vPro proved essential, perhaps like the recent CrowdStrike update issue?
Yeah, exactly. So I touched on that before. So if you happen to be traveling on through airports that day, the recent CrowdStrike issue, that was the most visible example. Um, and then you could see if your airline was out there and had delays, and you saw technicians running around with USB sticks trying to update terminals, you knew they were affected by the CrowdStrike issue.
Hmm.
If your airline was not experiencing delays and you didn't see technicians, there's a good probability that airline was using vPro to um, remediate that situation very quickly, getting back online, and that enabled air travel passengers to go about their day, and enable those big businesses to contribute to that.
Hmm.
There's there's numerous other instances of companies that had vPro activated that were able to quickly remediate it. We are still receiving calls directly for assistance. MSPs businesses have grown tremendously. By Everybody's asking, do I have vPro? Is it turned on? Is it activated? It's something we've been selling for years in this segment. So, most likely, if you have an Intel system, you do have vPro. And the next question is how do I prevent and being impacted by a CrowdStrike and being affected by several days down if I don't have it activated or I don't have a vPro system? That your MSP can quickly tell you, quickly activate it for you, or your own IT department, if you're big enough and have one that understands how to use vPro and AMT, can turn that on, make sure you're ready to go, uh, and can have business continuity in an unforecast situation like that. So, just to sum up, the businesses that had vPro after the CrowdStrike incident were able to remediate and move about their day quickly. Um, and those that were in the process of implementing it, we got a lot of calls and
Mhm.
asked to hurry up, turn it on, activate it, so they could implement it and go about their days. But it is a good question to make sure that your system A does have vPro and it is activated and ready to go to be prepared for such a scenario. And it's a capability that, as of today, only Intel offers this capability in the market.
That is amazing. I mean, hearing how businesses successfully navigate challenges using Intel vPro's capabilities really highlights the practical benefits of these technologies. And this is something every small business owner should consider. Um, Chris, keeping an eye on future advancements can help businesses stay ahead. Looking forward, what can we expect from Intel vPro and its impact on the future of business technology?
Yeah, so as we look going forward, Intel vPro will be paired with what we call AI PCs. So there'll be, in addition to the AMT capability that's in the chip to allow additional security and remediation that vPro provides, you're going to have there's going to be three compute engines. So everybody knows what Intel CPUs do. There's a graphics one, and then there's a AI accelerator, basically. In reality, it's not too important to understand that. Just know they all three work together. It will provide you better performance, better battery life, all these great things you expect in a laptop when you want to just travel without worrying, hey, I could be disconnected all day and my PC will just work. That's what it supports. And I want to have it work at great performance. That's what it'll support in the future. And what we're seeing people start to implement, and over the life of the PC, everybody's heard about AI. And then what's really caught the market is like generative AI. So if
Mhm.
you think about it, like building a generative AI model is akin to building a high rise, but using that generative AI model is more like taking the elevator to your office. It's already there. You just get you rent the office and you're good to go. You just buy the AI PC and you're good to go. And the good news is once that model's been built, you're able to uh, optimize it for your own company. And there's something called, and the model's able to be made much, much smaller. So you can actually run it on a PC, so you don't even have to be connected to the cloud, and you can get the benefits of like meeting summarization. We could take this call we're in, for example. It could help the video look better. It could summarize our discussion at the end of it to help write articles. It could cross-reference it with previous emails we've had. It could go out and look at any other correspondence we've had that's on your PC. And then it can access all of our own business data. So, for example, if you're meeting with a client and you've had several conversations and said this is the last thing they ordered, they want somebody to solve a particular problem, you can go see what business or what, if you're a manufacturer, what components you will have that will solve that problem a lot easier. It's better than search. Or you can see what services, if you're a services company, may better meet their problem and solve solve their business problems. So it'll accelerate your business by providing the uptime, but also making the employees more effective by giving them much ready or access and easily digest the information they have with their customer and client base.
Right. No, staying informed is indeed key to leveraging the full potential of such powerful platforms. So thank you so much, Chris, for your insight. Now, as we close, let's close with providing our listeners with some practical advice that can make a significant difference for them. Chris, as we wrap up and before we let you go, what advice would you give to SMEs that are looking to enhance their IT infrastructure?
Yeah. So the first thing is go look at the latest commercial AI PCs. They look beautiful. They're great designs. They're thin and light. There's one for every need. There's ones that index to performance. They all have vPro, and they'll make your life easier. So they'll do it in three ways. One is it'll make your employees more productive. It will minimize downtime for your employees, and it'll maximize the security of that platform so your valuable customer data or your IP won't get compromised in the market. So it'll just help your business grow faster um, through three things, and that's why you should look at evaluating and incorporating the vPro AI PCs with Core Ultra CPUs into your footprint going forward.
No, thank you so much, Chris. Continuous learning and proactive management are indeed essential for long term success. But thank you so much again for joining us today and sharing your expertise.
Thank you, Baheen. It was a pleasure to be on your show.
And listeners, that was the end of our discussion with Chris Tobias. We've discussed the critical features of Intel vPro, including its security, manageability, performance, and productivity benefits. Chris's insights on how SMEs can leverage these technologies to strengthen their IT infrastructure and stay competitive have been incredibly valuable. We'd also like to extend our gratitude to our partners, RBC, UPS, Constant Contact, IAG, and Google for their invaluable support. Please don't forget to subscribe to the magazine by visiting CanadianSME.ca. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful discussions in our next episode.